Swim School was founded on the belief that every child and adult should master water safety and survival skills, and has almost 40 years of experience behind our proven methodologies. Our mantra, Survival of the Littlest, is the core of everything we do, with water survival and stroke development classes offered to infants as young as 3 months of age, all the way up to adult. This includes adults and children with special abilities.
I mean, she jumped right in the water, and of course they asked me, how is she so good at swimming? British Swim School.
The majority of our classes are taught in indoor heated pools, and we limit our class sizes to ensure each student receives plenty of attention. No matter what time of year it is, we have classes available because swimming is not just a hobby, but an important life skill that deserves year-round commitment.
This is a life skill. Everybody needs to know how to be safe in the water, even for adults that have gone their whole lives and have never learned how to swim, and for little children that were scared and petrified to even get in the water, and then seeing their face when they can float or swim on their own or jump in and get to the side on their own. It's just a very rewarding experience.
If you've ever been to one of our classes, you'll agree that at British Swim School, we do not just teach children how to swim. We teach survival skills, love and respect for the water, and foster abilities that can translate to lifelong enjoyment. From babies just getting used to the water, all the way up to older children wanting to advance their swimming skills, we offer a variety of unique swimming programs, each with their own specific set of goals. 1, 2, 3. Our highly trained instructors teach fun, gentle, and progressive methods in small class settings, and are chosen based on their character and personality, in addition to their swimming skills and qualifications.
They can't wait to see the instructors, and they can't wait to see what they're going to teach them. So I think their experience has been a learning experience, but also a fun experience, which isn't that what learning should be?
You may notice that our classes are infused with singing, fun, and games, because studies show that when you're having fun, you're more likely to retain what you've learned.
They're so distracted by all the pretty colors and the toys and the fun instructors that we have that they don't even realize they're learning life-saving skills the entire time.
Our mission is to ensure that every person, regardless of age or ability, has the opportunity to be a safe and happy swimmer.
I have told all my friends, and I will continue to tell my friends and even strangers that British Swim School is where their kids should be. Absolutely.
CBS 46 News presents Public Affairs on Peach.
It's that time of year, swim season. But while you're having all that fun in the sun, we want to make sure that you have all the tools you need to keep you and your family safe. Good morning to you. Welcome to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm Vince Sims. Well, it is National Water Safety Month, and today we're highlighting information on infant, toddler, water safety survival skills. That's the reason we have our infant, toddler mannequins here, and I'm joined now by Rita Goldberg, who is the CEO and founder of the British Swim School. Rita, thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, of course, we're talking about National Water Safety Month, so in British Swim School. Talk to us about why this month and knowledge is so important.
Well, this month features the safety aspects of being around water. And of course, we're not just talking about pools, we're talking about water in general. But I do want to stress that this isn't just this month. This is a year-round connection that everybody should have to the degrees of water safety and to be able to follow the rules.
And as we're talking about following the rules and this being a month that gets the attention shown on it, even though it's year-round, you have a pledge for parents that your British Swim School has come up with.
We do. We want parents to pledge parental supervision mainly. We want them to pledge lots of different ways of keeping their children safe, keeping them in swimming lessons year-round so they don't forget, so that when May comes along, the children have forgotten and lost the skills. So there's many, many ways we want to make parents be aware of this being the month, but it is a year-round skill that the children need to hone in them.
Okay, now let's elaborate on the absolute necessity of water skills and safety for infants and toddlers.
Well, as you know, Vince, this world we live in now, more vacations, we have lots more trips, and babies and toddlers, as soon as they can move, as soon as they can crawl, are very, very apt to be attracted to water. And it's very, very, very sad how many children either lose their lives or are terribly injured, and we can prevent this. We cannot replace parental guidance and observation, but we can, with the correct teaching, give little ones a very good added layer of protection.
Now, as you're talking about little ones, as we were talking earlier, you start your school, I believe you said, starting off with maybe 5-year-olds, then you scale back to 3-year-olds, but you said even younger now. So let's talk about even a toddler and even show us and demonstrate a little bit with what you mean by toddlers and the importance of this young to be able to do this.
Yes, what we teach our babies is a reaction, a muscle memory. And what happens when a baby or a toddler or even an adult fall into water, the natural way for a child or any person in water is that they come up, but they also then go face forward, which is why they call drowning the silent killer. Face is in the water, and it's really difficult for them to lift their face and their head out of the water. Tension plus head weight and body weight. With a baby or a toddler or any new swimmer, what we teach is as they come up that first time, there is a reaction on a turning over so that the face, the mouth and the nose are out of the water. That allows them at least one big cry or one big call for help, which statistics do prove that children particularly are never far away from some adult. But the fact is the adult's not able to hear them if they're face down. This allows them to be heard.
And as we were just showing there, so you can teach this to even an infant, the reaction or the natural to do. So if they fall in face first, I mean, you can teach a skill that just allows them to flip themselves even at this young of an age.
Yes, you can. It takes gentle teaching. It's done through fun, but it works. We see it, we know it, and we hear wonderful stories almost every week of the year about how it worked and how a child has been saved or saved from possible injury. Parents, as I said before, are never far away, or guardians, and that ability to go onto the back makes an enormous difference.
Wow. And let's talk about that. One of the things we were talking about, and this might fall into the tips that parents need to understand, is the fact of watching, guardians close by. And you were talking about a skill that you have or something you're implementing now about the pool guardian.
Well, the pool guardian has the responsibility of watching the pool. What we do at British Swim School is we have something called a water watcher. And it's a lanyard with a a badge, basically. And if I were to give this to you, and we're at a party around a pool, you are basically the designated driver, the designated water watcher.
Okay.
Now, you want to go to the bathroom. You don't leave, you hand this on to the next person. And that person has the total responsibility now for watching the pool. I cannot stress enough how that would save lives.
Because you're right, so often that people are saying, oh, I thought you were watching, or I
Correct.
thought you were watching, and then both people get distracted.
Yeah.
But if you're wearing the lanyard,
Yeah.
then you have a reminder, and you know
Absolutely.
somebody has been given the specific responsibility of watching the
And
babies.
it works around pools, it works at the beach, it works if you're by a lake or a river. That person has that responsibility, and it's a big one. But, you know, it's a great way of knowing it's your turn.
All right, Rita, let's give the 5 top water safety tips to keep an eye and save the little ones. Let's go to that.
Well, of course, excuse me, of course, parental guidance that I've said is vital. You know, we're all good parents. Drowning happens to parents who adore their children. One of the hardest things is everyone thinks, I love my children, it cannot happen to me. And it does. So parental guidance, obviously, supervision. But we know that fails. We know that the best parents in the world.
The phone rings. Something happens. You
yeah,
get
the
distracted
other
for
child
just a
has.
moment. You turn your back.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So, swimming lessons, in my opinion, is, to me, the next most important thing. If it gives you 10 seconds when that child gives one cry in the water, that, to me, has to be the second most important thing. And I will always suggest that we do that. Followed by, of course, the protection of alarms and gates and not putting toys around a pool. Very often toys around a pool, a little one throws a ball in and goes after it. A bike falls in, often with the child on the bike. So those are the main things. So try not to have too many toys, and only when you're there. Try to
But
have
along with the not toys near it, you need your rescue tools, though. You do need to have those near.
Always. And a telephone. That's a really good thing to have handy. God forbid there is an accident, or God forbid there's a child that's somewhere else hurt itself and you can't leave the pool. Those are other ways of securing safety. There are many, but those are the top ones.
And then let's talk about, obviously, people forget this sense of security, or maybe false sense of security, from all the things you can buy at the store, the floaties, the things like that.
And they're easily removed, and children don't like to walk around a pool wearing any kind of floaty. And we have a specific one for British Swim School, but this is particularly small and fits tightly around the child. But again, this is used for play when a parent is there or a swim teacher is there. But remove them. So do not think because you've got your child around the outside of a pool with a pair of armbands or a floaty that that's a safety factor. It's not.
Okay. And as we're talking about all of these safety ideas and things that you can do here, which are very good advice, especially the teaching of the child. Now, this is the British Swim School, and we hear the accent, but this is going to be coming to Atlanta.
I'm from Brooklyn, did I not? Oh, yes, it is. We're very, very excited. We have major contracts with fitness centers, and we use their pools, and we're about to open in the next 2 months, we hope, in Atlanta, in many areas, and we're really excited about it because any amount of teaching, the more people that will join us, the more people that will actually become franchisees too. We're looking for franchisees, so if we have anybody out there who wants to become a major swim school owner, please contact us on our website. But yes, we are opening in Atlanta.
All right, excellent. So that way we'll be able to teach these little ones how to stay safe in the water. Thank you very much, Rita, for being with us.
It's
We
my
appreciate it
pleasure.
very
Thank
much.
you.
All right, British Swim School website is there.
Thank you for tuning in to our BSS app tutorials. Today I'm going to show you all a quick and easy way on how to schedule a makeup class and also how to schedule an absence in advance. So you see here on our home screen we have a new tab in the middle that's called Makeups and Absences, and we're going to go ahead and click on that guy. Alrighty, so now if you look on the top left, it says, "Know you're going to be absent? Please let us know so we can plan ahead." That is so if we know we have a doctor's appointment or we know we're going to go on a super cool vacation, that we can go ahead and schedule our kiddos' absences in advance. I'm going to go ahead and click on that green tab that says Submit an Absence, just so y'all can see what the next tab would look like. Alright, so here's where you see our student Joe. You put your to and from days and the reason why. I'm going to click on the to and from just so you can see what it looks like. So you can put on the calendar, we're going to be missing Thursday the 9th, and we're going to miss until the 16th. You just click a quick and easy little reason, and then you click next step. On the next step, it'll prompt you so you can add a second child, or if you want, you can just submit it just for that one swimmer to be marked absent in advance. But for now, I'm going to click cancel, and I'm going to click on my back button on the very bottom left, and I'm going to click on makeups and absences one more time. Alrighty, now I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and here's where you'll see our student Joe missed on July 7th of 2020. If he would have missed any other classes, all of them would have been listed right here. Now, we do suggest that when you are scheduling a makeup class, always keep in mind the makeup expiration date. So if you see on this one it says September 7th, always click the one, of course, that's going to be expiring sooner, just so we can get that one out of the way. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Schedule Makeup. And then it's going to give you all of the available makeups that Joe can be present at. Now keep in mind also, it's going to be showing you all of the available times for all of our locations. So if you see here, it says Wednesday, July 8th at the San Marcos Country Inn with Miss Danny. Then if you scroll down, it shows July 9th at 5 o'clock at the LA Fitness with Miss Danny. Always keep in mind location. It will always give you all of them just so that you can have more options. But for now, I'm going to click on the very top one, the Wednesday, July 8th minnow class at 4:45 in the San Marcos Country Inn and Suites. And then I'm going to click submit on the very bottom. And now you see where it says makeup successfully submitted. So there you have it, guys. That's how you mark an absence in advance, and that's also how you schedule your own makeups. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all at the pool.
For over 30 years, British Swim School has been one of the most trusted names in swimming. Committed to our mantra of survival of the littlest, as we have taught literally tens of thousands of kids the basics of water survival. Today, of course, we face a new challenge: how to teach this critical life skill while responding appropriately to the threat posed by COVID-19. Knowing the importance of what we do, many of you have asked how we're going to keep our swimmers, their families, and our staff safe as we start to reopen our swim schools. For this reason, we're proud to announce the launch of our British Swim School Cares campaign. Developed over the past several weeks in consultation with industry experts, recommendations put forth by the CDC, and the guidance of state and local leaders. Hello, I'm Brian Garrison, President of British Swim School, and on behalf of my corporate team and all of our franchise owners across North America, we're excited to begin welcoming our students back into the pool. This is obviously an uncertain time, so let me share with you some details about our British Swim School Cares campaign. First and foremost, we're committed to providing everyone with a clean pool environment that enables our mission of water safety for students of all ages and abilities, while assessing and addressing the health concerns presented by COVID-19. Our approach is based on 5 pillars: cleanliness, personal responsibility, a spirit of cooperation, the use of technology, and of course, physical distancing. And it includes measures such as implementing additional cleaning procedures with our pool partners to ensure water chemistry is maintained all day, every day, and that all surfaces, toys, and equipment are cleaned frequently in accordance with CDC and state health department guidelines and recommendations. We're also asking that all children show up with their swimsuits on and be recently showered if at all possible, which will limit the amount of time spent on the pool deck and reduce the number of touch points for each of our swimmers. We're also using daily check-ins with our instructors, pool deck staff, swimmers, and their families to ensure that everyone is healthy and virus-free. In some facilities, this will also include contactless temperature checks upon arrival for everyone entering the pool deck area. We recommend using the British Swim School app wherever possible to facilitate a touch-free check-in process with our deck ambassador so that we can also then advise you when it's time to enter the pool deck area. We're then staggering and separating classes to enable a more manageable flow of people on the pool deck and in the pool itself, and to allow for cleaning and sanitization of our equipment between classes. These changes, among others being implemented in specific communities coast to coast, are as much about protecting our staff as they are about protecting our swim families. So we ask for your willing participation in following these new protocols to ensure that we can continue to offer water survival and swim lessons across the British Swim School family. We all have a responsibility to do our part. What's not going to change? Our excitement when welcoming new students, our celebration when a child progresses through our aquatics program, and of course the fun and gentle culture that defines British Swim School. And most of all, our commitment to ensuring that every child and every adult has the opportunity to learn critical water survival skills. None of us knows when this crisis will be over or when we'll be able to fully return to life as usual. So until then, rest assured that your health, safety, and well-being will always be our #1 priority. I am confident we've put in place the appropriate measures based on the latest information available, and I think you'll agree. I also know I speak for the entire British Swim School family when I say we can't wait to see you back at the pool. Thank you.
British Swim School was founded on the belief that every child and adult should master water safety and survival skills, and has almost 40 years of experience behind our proven methodologies. Our mantra, Survival of the Littlest, is the core of everything we do, with water survival and stroke development classes offered to infants as young as 3 months of age, all the way up to adult. This includes adults and children with special abilities.
I mean, she jumped right in the water, and of course they asked me, how is she so good at swimming? British Swim School.
1, 2, 3. The majority of our classes are taught in indoor heated pools, and we limit our class sizes to ensure each student receives plenty of attention. No matter what time of year it is, we have classes available because swimming is not just a hobby, but an important life skill that deserves year-round commitment.
This is a life skill. Everybody needs to know how to be safe in the water, even for adults that have gone their whole lives and have never learned how to swim, and for little children that were scared and petrified to even get in the water, and then seeing their face when they can float or swim on their own or jump in and get to the side on their own. It's just a very rewarding experience.
If If you've ever been to one of our classes, you'll agree that at British Swim School, we do not just teach children how to swim. We teach survival skills, love and respect for the water, and foster abilities that can translate to lifelong enjoyment. From babies just getting used to the water, all the way up to older children wanting to advance their swimming skills, we offer a variety of unique swimming programs, each with their own specific set of goals. 1, 2, 3. Our highly trained instructors teach fun, gentle, and progressive methods in small class settings and are chosen based on their character and personality, in addition to their swimming skills and qualifications.
They can't wait to see the instructors, and they can't wait to see what they're going to teach them. So I think their experience has been a learning experience, but also a fun experience, which isn't that what learning should be?
You may notice that our classes are infused with singing, fun, and games because studies show that when you're having fun, you're more likely to retain what you've learned.
They're so distracted by all the pretty colors and the toys and the fun instructors that we have that they don't even realize they're learning life-saving skills the entire time.
Our mission is to ensure that every person, regardless of age or ability, has the opportunity to be a safe and happy swimmer.
I have told all my friends, and I will continue to tell my friends and even strangers that British Swim School is where their kids should be. Absolutely.
So come and join our national swim family at British Swim School.
The company began in Great Britain and recently relocated its national headquarters to Virginia Beach. Their mission is saving lives.
We here at British Swim School, we actually encourage you guys to get in the water at 3 months old. You're never too young to start learning how to swim and starting to learn how to become water safe. So the younger, the better.
If kids are comfortable in the water, they're not going to freak out and panic if they do have a scare and fall in.
Drowning is the most preventable of the accidental causes of death.
It could be completely out of the top 10 with some simple preventative measures.
Joyner advocates for year-round swim lessons and says she was concerned for her students and others when lessons had to stop last spring, as it's the best time to build confidence in the water.
So that when summertime does come, they already have the skills that they need to navigate the pool in a safe way.
Unfortunately, many drownings happen when there are adults nearby and they're simply not paying attention. And at British Swim School, our Water Watcher campaign is all about designating a person to watch over children when they're near and in the water.
More people have water in their yards, so it's more important today than ever to make sure that you've got someone designated to watch.
You cannot rely 100% on a floaties or a swimmies or a life jacket and assume that your child may or may not be okay.
You're also teaching adults. I've come across many adults who don't know how to swim. How important is that?
It's huge.
Owner Bonnie Alcid says if you are an adult and can't swim, stop right now and listen. It is never too late, even for those who have a fear of water. She had one man start swimming lessons at age 92.
We estimate about 20 hours to get them acclimated and safe to be a safe swimmer.
The number one thing we want to teach them is how to get onto their back and float. Because if they're on their back and they're floating, they can breathe.
Those are just a few tips that you want to follow for sure to stay safe in the water.
Definitely excellent tips for families and for adults as well as children as well. Nikki Taylor from British Swim School in Colorado.
We're going to make sure everybody has the information on becoming a water watcher perhaps, or maybe they're ready to take those swim lessons. We'll link everyone to British Swim School on our website.
All right, Brian, great advice. Of course, we want our kids and adults to stay safe out there on the water this summer. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You can go to our website, BritishSwimSchool.com, put your zip code in, and you'll be able to link to one of our local pools. And we'd love to help you get your children or the adults that are listening in safe. So it's important, and I hope everybody stays safe out there.
I found out about the British Swim School program through a friend of my mom's, actually. I've been looking for a swim program for my kids that fit their needs.
I actually fell into a pool when I was younger, and my girlfriend's older sister got me to safety, and I was okay and everything was okay, but it was a frightening experience for me, and I didn't want my daughter to have to go through that experience as well.
We have a backyard swimming pool, and while I want the kids to have lots of fun and really enjoy coming to Grandma's house, safety is the paramount importance.
My daughter is fearless, so we thought we need to do some sort of swim class just to get her used to the water. Make sure she's not afraid of it, and maybe do some survival lessons, I don't know.
We lived in an apartment complex that had 2 pools. You can never tell what's gonna happen. We go there, he just wants to jump right in. So I thought we really need to get him into a swim class.
British Swim School is a private swim school that focuses on water survival. We start with kids as young as 3 months old all the way up to adults. And we teach water survival where they know how to be able to fall in or jump in the pool and then roll over and float on their back independently as a survival technique.
The first one we decided to try was British Swim School, and we thought, let's give this one a shot, and then we can try the other ones, see which one we like the best. Well, we had about 2 classes here, and we were done. This was perfect. We loved it.
The instructors are kind, and they're very patient, even on days when he's not wanting to participate.
I was worried about her being scared or being frightened of the water, and just in general, she didn't like water in her face even. The patience of the instructors is unbelievable, giving that time and effort that they give to each of the kids individually.
I would say it's an absolutely wonderful program to put your child in if you want them to learn how to swim and learn survival techniques that will last a lifetime.
My husband had said to her, well, what happens if you fall in? She knew right away that she was to roll over and float.
Initially, when we first started the class, we thought it was going to be just a couple of lessons to get her comfortable with the water, but we've seen how much she's loved it, and knowing that if something were to happen and she would fall in the pool, we know that she could get herself to a safe point until a parent could get there with her.
Grayson really loves to swim now. He's a fish, and he loves to go under the water. He loves playing games in the water, and we really owe that all to the British Swim School.
Every time we do this, the kids get in the water, they go under the water, they are brought up and they float on their back. So it's muscle memory. This is instinctively, with a lot of repetition and learning, this is instinctively what they're going to do in an emergency situation.
My initial feeling with the instructors was, are they going to be able to handle my kids? He just adapted to both of them perfectly. They were both put in the same class initially, so the same instructor had them both, and she made each one of them feel important and special.
I feel very confident in their skills and how they speak to the kids, and how the lessons are through song, and it's through, learning through repetition. It's just about the same thing every week.
I think that at every level, this program has something for the kids to learn and to grow with.
The methodology is sound. The children are learning the skills and they're having fun. They love to come. So how can it be any better than that?
I didn't realize kids at such a young age could actually execute what they're learning as far as jumping in, being able to roll over and float on their backs.
I've literally had parents look me in the eye and tell me that the things I've taught their child in the water have saved their lives. And I don't think anything's more rewarding than that.
I love swimming, I love being in the water. I want my kids to have that love too. If they want to feel good about putting their kids in a pool or putting them even around water, or if they live around water in any way, don't you want to feel like my kid falls in that water, I know they can swim.
Megan Mooney. She's out in Silver Spring, right, Chris?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she is. She's got a little insight on a British swim school. Megan, what's going on?
Good morning, Chris and Marquette. Yes, I am down here at British Swim School here in Silver Spring, Maryland. And this morning we're learning how to swim with toddlers and infants. Who knew? And I just have to point this out. Do you see how proper they are? Look, she's holding her hands like this, just waiting for her turn. Okay, so first we're talking to Bonnie here, who is the owner of the franchise here in Silver Spring. Tell us a little bit why this is so important for toddlers and infants to be doing. I mean, that is like 0 to 1 and then 1 to 3 years old. Who would think to put them underwater?
It's important because drowning is the leading cause of death, accidental death for children ages 1 to 4. So we pioneered a program to introduce children as young as 3 months to water survival and water safety.
So how are parents doing? I mean, do they experience the water with them, or is it just instructors? The parents feeling like it's safe for them to be in here with them?
Well, with the parent-assisted class behind me, we begin children as early as 3 months. It's water acclimation, and we're educating the parent on how to swim safely with their child in the pool and how to properly introduce comfort and care in the water.
Okay, you pointed to the team over here behind you. This is sort of like the first skill level. And tell us about how you kind of differentiate yourselves from other swim lessons.
So our Learn to Float method is that we roll a shoulder after submersion so we can surface and breathe and ask for help in a water emergency. So we learn through repetition. So we have a structured program that introduces that rollover or the flip onto your back as we surface comfortably and without panic.
Okay, so what age group is this?
This is our under 3s. These children over here are actually about 12 to 15 months old.
Now tell us about the second group, which is over here.
This is our young minnows group, also under 3. They are not in the in the pool with their parent. They're led by one instructor.
And very brave, I might add.
They are. They're doing all of their skills to accomplish a jump, a submersion, a rollover, and float comfortably without panic.
And once again, just waiting patiently for their turns. How cute are these kids? Okay, and what about the third group?
So our third group over here is also our young threes. They have accomplished the life-saving skill of rolling over and float. And now they're beginning their propulsion and their developmental strokes for swimming the front crawl and the backstroke.
All right, a question that we didn't kind of address earlier is the fact that it's called the British Swim School. So, I mean, I'm saying it's proper, but I mean, why is it called the British Swim School?
The founder, Rita Goldberg, hailed from Manchester, England. She moved to the United States 35 years ago and developed a British Swim School program in Florida and has since gone nationwide with opportunities for franchise owners and a Learn to Swim program in local communities.
Not necessarily something that they do maybe in England, however, just kind of what she brought to the States here. Tell us just again why it is so important for kids to learn these skills at such a young age, and it's up to the parents, right, if they want to have them dive in at this point?
It is up to the parents. You know, and part of our early learning program is to educate parents on the importance of water safety. We want to make sure that parents understand that they also have to have due diligence in supervising their children. We have a water watcher that we want parents to be aware of. All of our families are wearing them today, that they are the first road to making sure that their child is safe, and they enroll them in the swim program and be diligent to watch and supervise their children through development.
Well, thanks so much. These kids are brave and they've got these skills going so early on. And I have to say, this water is extremely warm, a lot warmer than what I learned in Rhode Island in the freezing cold ocean. So they're very lucky. But of course, you know, keep that pee out of pool, right? We'll send it back to the studio. Chris Marquez.
Hi, my name is Melissa McGarvey and I'm the Director of Aquatics at British Swim School. We are looking for outgoing, fun-loving employees who not only enjoy being in and around the water, but also have a passion for working with children. I love being part of the BSS family because I get to work with passionate and caring people who are focused on teaching children to survive. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from some of our instructors to tell us why they love working at British Swim School.
All right, hi, I'm Benifer, and I love working for British Swim School. It's such a community here. Everybody knows each other. Everyone's so kind to one another. You know, I come here and there's music playing and everyone's really nice and they are all talking to each other, no matter if we know each other or not. So it's wonderful here and everyone's really, really understanding.
I love working for British Swim School because I love being a part of children's development.
I love teaching kids. And I love this curriculum for British Swim School. It is fun, it is gentle, it is efficient, and it's progressive. Each week the parents see progress in their kids, the kids see progress, and they have so much fun with it.
Hi, my name is Mr. Sean, and I love working at British Swim School because we are teaching a skill that will last a lifetime, and it's fun.
So if you or anyone you know wants to work at a job that's not really like working at all, please visit our website at www.britishswimschool.com for the opportunities nearest you. Hope to see you at the pool.
Have you heard about British Swim School's Barracuda Swim Team? The Barracuda team provides children a positive experience with competitive swimming without the pressure and intensity of a league swim team. Coached by experienced instructors, the tools we teach in a stress-free setting will guarantee a smooth and easy transition into standard competitive and league swimming. Students improve their individual technique swimming regularly to further increase distance, stamina, and speed. Plus, it's fun, all while developing competition and team building. So what are you waiting for? To sign up, go to swimdmv.com.
Wet weather chances to the St. Louis area.
All right, appreciate that update, Angela. Well, believe it or not, it's time to plan ahead for summer swim season.
Yes, the calendar does say February, but kids need weeks in the pool to learn this important life skill. Fox 2 meteorologist Jamie Travers takes us tonight to swim class.
We still have a while to go before outdoor pools open up, but now is the time to get your children in swim lessons well ahead of the summer season or any summer vacations you have planned. Learning to swim isn't like riding a bike.
Think of it more along the lines of learning piano. We're learning a new language. We're learning math. It does take a while to teach children, especially, again, the youngest kids are learning mostly through muscle memory.
He says it takes repetition and consistency. Drowning happens incredibly fast and is silent, and is the #1 cause of death for kids 1 to 4 years old and the #2 cause of accidental deaths for kids 5 to 9.
For every fatal drowning you have, there are another 5 who go to the emergency room to be treated for that. And of those, about half of them require further hospitalization. So even the non-fatal drownings can have truly catastrophic long-term effects on the children.
But drowning is the most preventable of the accidental causes of death.
It could be completely out of the top 10 with some simple preventative measures. The swim lessons are one of the key pieces. Formal swim lessons can reduce the risk by 88%.
This is personal for McMullen. When he was a 5-year-old, his 22-month-old brother died in a drowning.
There were probably people standing 4 or 5 feet away from him when he went in. No one heard it, no one saw him. By the time they found him, he was already unconscious.
Lessons can start as young as 3 months old.
We're already starting to teach kids how to, if they fall in the water, how to roll over and float on their backs. The value of that is if they're on their backs, obviously they can breathe first and foremost, but they can also call for help.
These skills have saved many lives. McMullen says that classes are filling up fast across our region, so go ahead and get your children signed up now so they can begin learning these life-saving skills. Reporting from Chesterfield, I'm Jamie Travers.
British Swim School was founded on the belief that every child and adult should master water safety and survival skills, and has almost 40 years of experience behind our proven methodologies. Our mantra, Survival of the Littlest, is the core of everything we do, with water survival and stroke development classes offered to infants as young as 3 months of age, all the way up to adult. This includes adults and children with special abilities.
I mean, she jumped right in the water, and of course they asked me, how is she so good at swimming? British Swim School.
The majority of our classes are taught in indoor heated pools, and we limit our class sizes to ensure each student receives plenty of attention. No matter what time of year it is, we have classes available because swimming is not just a hobby, but an important life skill that deserves year-round commitment.
This is a life skill. Everybody needs to know how to be safe in the water. Even for adults that have gone their whole lives and have never learned how to swim, and for little children that were scared and petrified to even get in the water, and then seeing their face when they can float or swim on their own or jump in and get to the side on their own. It's just a very rewarding experience.
If you've ever been to one of our classes, you'll agree that at British Swim School, we do not just teach children how to swim. We teach survival skills, love and respect for the water, and foster abilities that can translate to lifelong enjoyment. From babies just getting used to the water, all the way up to older children wanting to advance their swimming skills, we offer a variety of unique swimming programs, each with their own specific set of goals. 1, 2, 3, Our highly trained instructors teach fun, gentle, and progressive methods in small class settings and are chosen based on their character and personality, in addition to their swimming skills and qualifications.
They can't wait to see the instructors, and they can't wait to see what they're going to teach them. So I think their experience has been a learning experience, but also a fun experience, which isn't that what learning should be?
You may notice that our classes are infused with singing, fun, and games because studies show that when you're having fun, you're more likely to retain what you've learned.
They're so distracted by all the pretty colors and the toys and the fun instructors that we have that they don't even realize they're learning life-saving skills the entire time.
Our mission is to ensure that every person, regardless of age or ability, has the opportunity to be a safe and happy swimmer.
I have told all my friends, and I will continue to tell my friends and even strangers that British Swim School is where their kids should be, absolutely.
So come and join our national swim family at British Swim School.
Meet Maria. Like you, Maria is concerned about her child's safety. She buckles him into his car seat, adjusts his bicycle helmet, and holds his hands when crossing the street. She's a great mom and dedicated to protecting her son and taking everyday precautions to keep him safe. But, like many parents, has overlooked the importance of water safety. What Maria doesn't realize is that drowning incidents can happen in a matter of seconds, and often there is little or no splashing or sound involved, which can make it difficult to detect. The good news, formal swim lessons can reduce the risk of drowning for Maria's son by nearly 90%. That's why at British Swim School we've dedicated 40 years to our mantra, survival of the littlest. We aim to prevent drowning and water-related injuries through education and water safety awareness, teaching life-saving water survival skills in each of our programs. Is your child water safe? If you're like Maria and need to get your child into water safety and swimming lessons, we can help. Get started today at BritishSwimSchool.com.
At British Swim School, we take kids who are afraid of the pool and develop them into swimmers who can't wait to show off their newest moves. We take young children who don't know how to swim and teach them the survival skills they need to float on their back and call for help in a water emergency. For the past 40 years, British Swim School has taught thousands of kids using our signature fun and gentle approach, and our proven methods mean that students learn critical water survival skills that could one day save their life. Contact us today.
Feet in the water. Good. High five. Other high five. Nice. Double high five. Crossing 5 in. Take your hands on the wall. Good. All the way in. Show me. 8. Hard up. Stop. Cross 5 in. Show me. No, that's not crossing 5 minutes. Good, all the way in. Come on, all the way in. Hands on the wall. Good. And back. Back. 1, 2, 3. The wheel goes round and round. The wheel goes round and round. All through town. Hey, stop moving. You're fine. Alligator arm, show me. No, that's not alligator arm. You know how to do that. Good. Hard off. 1, 2, 3. Up. Show me elbows. Both elbows. Let me just put up more. Good. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Sit. High five.